Say it in the name of Jesus. Africa must be
Now
better.
listen to me. Until contentment begin to emerge in the heart of Africans, Africa cannot be better. And before there can be contentment is when you begin to work, and when you work and you get paid, and you get enough to solve all the challenges that you have. Not that you work hard and you get nothing. You know, when you work hard and you get nothing, I don't think, and I don't believe, and I know there cannot be contentment. So until Africa work together and see everyone that is an African being contented with whatever he or she have, Africa can now see peace. For us to see peace as African, we must work towards contentment with great gain. Because if someone is not contented, that is when someone goes out of the way to do things that he or she is not supposed to do. Contentment is what we need to work towards. When you work towards contentment, then everyone is going to experience peace in every part of Africa where you find yourself. So contentment is the game. Contentment is the game. Contentment is everything. So a man who is contented with all that he has, his life is peaceful, his environment is peaceful, his neighbors experience peace. But a man who is not contented, his neighbors, everyone cannot experience peace. Now, I believe one thing: if African countries continue to depend on governments for the change that we ever want, I believe that in the next 100 years, we are not going to get that change that we want. So Africans have to come out in their masses, in their numbers, with a clear heart, a good heart, and say that Africa change. We need to come out. We need to come out. We really need to do something, you know. We need to organize ourselves and get things done. So if Africa continue to depend on the government, absolutely nothing is going to happen. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Nothing is going to happen. Africa will just keep growing worse by the day. So we that have heart to see Africa change, we need to step up our game and see what to do to make Africa better for every one of us. So get ready as we go ahead doing this. All you need to do is to keep following, because if you don't follow, you will not understand what I'm talking about. So keep following and take notes. You might have a role to play. I say you must have a role. Truly, you must have a role to play. Every one of us that are breathing, every one of us that are alive, so long you are watching this video, I want to promise you that you have a role to play. So all you need to do is to follow up the page, and the greatest role you have to play from right now is to keep sharing the video until you believe that this video gets to everyone, because every one of us, we are going to put our hands together to make things work. For those of us that will be thinking that we'll be doing things that maybe protesting against governments, fighting against any group in order for us to actualize what we actually want.